All right, so today we're going deep on something you might think is pretty basic,
Yeah.
learning English. We've got this really interesting podcast script
Hmm.
that's all about motivating language learners. And
Right.
honestly, I think even you'll find some surprises here. We're
Yeah.
not just going to like rehash the same old stuff.
Yeah.
It's more like we're going to uncover
Hmm.
the hidden superpowers
Hmm.
of actually being fluent in English.
I like that. Yeah, I think what people often don't realize is that English isn't just about practical communication. It's about this whole other level of access and understanding.
That's a good point. Right away, this script mentions over 1.5 billion people speak English.
It's huge.
It's official in like over 50 countries.
Hmm.
Those are
Yeah.
massive numbers. But what does that actually
I do.
mean for someone like me?
Well, think about it in terms of your own goals, right?
Okay.
You mentioned wanting to work in listeners' field.
Yeah?
What if English fluency meant you could actually collaborate
Oh.
with the top researchers in your field? A lot of them are publishing and
Right.
presenting in English.
Yeah, so I wouldn't just be reading their work translated. I could like actually
Exactly.
discuss it with them directly.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and it's not just limited to academia. Think about multinational companies, industry conferences,
Right.
even online forums where professionals in your field are sharing insights.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times English is the common language that
Yeah.
brings everyone together.
Okay, that makes sense for career stuff.
Yeah.
But this script
Yeah.
also talks about English being the key to top universities like Harvard and Oxford,
Uh-huh.
MIT.
Of course.
I'm not planning on going back to school, so is that even relevant to me?
It's not just about attending those specific places, though, right? Think about it. Massive online courses,
Right.
research libraries,
Oh, yeah.
academic journals,
Oh, yeah.
so much cutting-edge knowledge.
Yeah.
It's primarily in English.
So even for self-directed learning,
Absolutely.
English opens up way more resources. I hadn't thought of it that
Yeah.
way.
It's like having this backstage pass to the entire world of knowledge, no matter what you're passionate about.
This script spends a lot of time on travel, which I love.
Yeah.
But I do wonder, is knowing
Hmm.
a few basic phrases enough to really get the most out of traveling?
I mean, basic phrases can definitely help you get by,
Right.
But fluency, real fluency, that allows for much deeper connections.
Oh, okay.
Imagine not just ordering food, but having a conversation with a local chef
Wow, yeah.
about their culinary traditions,
Ooh,
or
yeah.
discussing history and politics with someone who actually lived through events you've only read about in books.
Wow, that sounds incredible. It's like,
Yeah,
it's not just about seeing the sights, it's about understanding the culture
exactly.
at a much deeper level.
Yeah, and those kinds of interactions, those real human connections,
Yeah.
those aren't possible without a shared language.
This script also mentions something I find super interesting.
Okay.
Experiencing entertainment in its original language.
Oh, yeah.
No more subtitles for movies or trying to decipher translated song lyrics.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about accessing that raw, unfiltered emotional impact.
Okay.
Think about like the nuances of humor, the wordplay,
Yeah.
the cultural references that can get lost in translation. English fluency, it lets you appreciate those subtleties and really connect with the art form at a deeper level.
But isn't something lost in translation sometimes, though? Like, maybe the translated version has its own beauty, even if it's not
Oh, for sure, for sure.
exactly the same.
I think that's such a fascinating point. While translations can definitely be beautiful in their own right, there's something special about experiencing a work of art
Yeah.
the way the creator intended it to be experienced.
Yeah.
It's kind of like hearing a musician perform their own song live
Right.
versus listening to a cover version.
Yeah.
Both can be enjoyable, but the original often has a special
Yeah.
magic to it.
Okay, I see what you mean. There's that authenticity
Yeah.
to the original
Yeah.
that you might miss otherwise. This script also makes the point that English isn't just for, solo pursuits.
Right.
It emphasizes the potential for building a global network of friends.
Imagine having friends from all over the world,
Wow.
each with their own unique perspective and
Yeah.
experiences. English fluency, it lets you build those relationships, share ideas, challenge your own assumptions,
Yeah.
and broaden your horizons in ways you never even thought possible.
So it's like building your own global
Yeah.
community. That's pretty awesome.
It
And it's
is.
not just about casual friendships either, right?
Exactly. These are the kinds of connections that can last a lifetime
Yeah.
and really enrich both your personal and your professional life.